On October 4th, 2024, a remastered version of the 2015 game Until Dawn will be released to PlayStation 5 and PC. The biggest thing we know is that graphics are going to be enhanced, but we really haven't heard much else about what this remake is going to do differently than the original game. So here are 8 things that the Until Dawn remake could change about the game to make the game better. Number 1. Make character traits matter. In the game, in each character's status screen, we see different levels of 6 traits. Honest, charitable, funny, brave, romantic, and curious. While the decisions we make in the game can affect the trait levels don't seem to have an impact on the game. It doesn't matter if you've maxed out honesty or minimized curiosity, character actions and choices available to the player will always be consistent through each playthrough. So I think it would be awesome to see how character traits affect the game more. For instance, certain choices could be locked if a character's trait is too low. Here's an example. Let's say that Ashley's bravery is very low. Instead of having the option to choose between being courageous or reluctant in this scene, that courageous option is blocked off because her bravery status isn't high enough.
I know, I don't think I can do it. I'm really scared, Chris.
Little things like that would enhance the idea that our choices really do have an impact on the game. Number 2, make relationships matter. Similarly to character traits, it would be cool if there were more instances in the game where we could see how our relationship statuses affect character dynamics. There are a couple of big instances where the relationship statuses seem to matter, like when Emily talks negatively about Matt in the credits,
Meat Brain, Mr. Muscle Brawn, Matt the Incredible Soul.
or when Ashley doesn't open the door for Chris.
Ash! What are you doing?
But aside from that, there are very few moments where the status of our relationships play a role in the game. I think that if there were more little moments, like character conflict in destroyed relationships, for instance, like when Emily pushes Ashley if their relationship is 0, it would add a lot more life to the game. Number 3, chapter select. Ever wanted to explore all of the game's outcomes, but find you're forced to replay the entire game every time? For completionists, this means sinking a lot of unnecessary time into the game. Adding a chapter select feature would give people the chance to navigate through the game's timeline however they want, and allow them to really explore choices and consequences without having to repeatedly go through a lot of the same stuff. Number 4, unlockable bonus scenes. Totems, collectibles, events of the past, they all give us more knowledge about what's going on inside of the game. But what if getting all of these gave us even more? I think that it would be so cool to have unlockable bonus content. While the game already has some bonus content that shows how the game was made, it's immediately accessible on the game's home screen. However, maybe there could be additional content for players who get certain achievements. Maybe this content could include new mocap scenes, maybe like scenes from the past before the events of the game. More Until Dawn content is never a bad thing. Number 5, unlockable cosmetics. Along the lines of unlockable content, I think it would be really cool to include extra unlockable outfits for characters. Whether it's changing the color of some clothing items or creating a new outfit entirely, this could add an extra element of personalization to the game. I personally always opt to, say, make Spyro a different color or give the family in 60 seconds unique hat, because it adds so much extra fun and flair to the game. Number 6, characters' reactions to death. While we do get some good reactions to death throughout the game,
Oh my god, Ash! Oh my god, Ash!
there's still a lot left to be desired. Here are some examples. If Ashley dies to the trapdoor, none of the characters acknowledge her disappearance. If Josh dies, Sam says this,
God, what an awful way to go.
even if their relationship is great. If Ashley talks about bites being harmless after Emily is shot, this is how she and Sam react.
Jeez. Oh shit. Em.
Where I would have expected more emotion from Ashley and more of a moral compass reaction from Sam, this is all we get. I think that if reactions were more consistent, in character, and aligned with relationship statuses, it would help these characters feel more alive. Number 7, multiplayer mode. Further games by Until Dawn's original creator, Supermassive Games, introduced multiplayer mode. This gave players the option to divide gameplay up by selecting the characters they wanted to play as. The game would then alert players to let them know when the game was about to switch perspective into their character, so they knew to take over. This sort of element would be a lot of fun in Until Dawn. If a group of friends are playing, maybe one person gets to make decisions for Emily, another person can make decisions for Matt, and etc. This would not only intensify character dynamics even more, but create a more personal connection to our beloved characters. Number 8. Choice maps. While the butterfly effect page is cool, it doesn't really give much insight as to how your choices affect the game. In fact, lots of choices seem really ambiguous. This, for example, doesn't make much sense. With just the butterfly effect page for reference, if a player replays the game trying to discover more outcomes and endings, it may not be too clear exactly which choices lead to which outcomes. This is where a choice map could come in handy. For reference, this is a choice map from Detroit Become Human. It shows choices that were made, what happened as a result, and all of the different paths you could have taken. It keeps choices locked that you haven't made yet, so that when you replay them you can gradually unlock them. And it also shows percentages to tell you how many players overall have chosen a particular option. For the completionist players out there, this will give a better insight as to how exactly your choices affect different elements of the story. Thank you for watching this video. Do you have any suggestions for what could make the game better? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Please leave a like and subscribe. It'll let me know you want to see more content like this.